Welcome to Get Married. I'm Colin Cowie. That's something blue so many brides bring into their weddings. Well, that tradition certainly didn't appear out of the blue. I'll show you just why you scrambled to find something old, something new, something borrowed, and something blue for your special day.
And I'm Deanna Pappas. Looking for even more ways to add color to your wedding than your something blue? I'll show you how to bring color into your day in a new, unexpected fashion. Get ready, it's Get Married.
Deciding your color scheme is one of the key elements in the wedding design process. And one of the best ways to identify your color scheme and to create the big picture is to pull tear sheets from your favorite magazines and sort them into two piles, a pile of things you like and a pile of things you don't like. Just make sure you don't get them mixed up. Then ask yourself, do you have a favorite flower, a favorite piece of clothing, are you partial to a particular color? And if you're still struggling, go to getmarried.com. One color almost every bride will wear on her day, other than white, is blue. Now that popular verse, something old, something new, something borrowed, and something blue, tells the bride exactly what she needs to have tucked away for her walk down the aisle to make sure that she's going to have a happy marriage. But where did this tradition come from, and how does a modern bride make it work? Let's take a look. Something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. Every bride's heard of this wedding day checklist and hoping to head off bad luck before heading down the aisle. Many stick to it faithfully, but have you ever wondered why? The something blue actually dates to Roman times, and there's something old, new and borrowed trace their roots back to England during the Victorian era. Something old supposedly symbolizes the progression of the bride's old life into her new married life. It's also a great chance to incorporate a meaningful family heirloom into her wedding.
The something old is usually given to the bride from the mom or the grandmother. It could be the mom's handkerchief that she had for her wedding or the grandma's pearls.
Before, they always get the wedding gown from your mom, but nowadays most of the brides doesn't want that. They wanted a new dress. So they get a new dress, but in the old, they were like accessory, like jewelry, tiara, veil.
Something new symbolizes hope and the bride's new life. New, you'll discover, isn't hard to check off the list.
You pretty much have a lot of new things on you on your wedding day anyways. Your dress, your ring, your veil. So that's a pretty easy one.
But what about something borrowed?
The something borrowed is supposed to be from a happily married family, giving it to the bride. It could be from the littlest thing to the biggest thing.
Last but not least is something blue. The color blue has been associated with weddings since ancient Roman times as a symbol of love and fidelity. A subtle approach would be to sew your name or wedding date into the gown, or perhaps wear shoes with blue accents. But more and more brides are having fun bringing this age-old tradition into their weddings.
Oftentimes, something blue is the bride's garter, which is usually either in ivory or white, embellished with something blue.
A lot of my brides, they will carry a little purse, or they will have a little bit of ribbon on the dress, or a little bit of accessory to carry a little bit of bluish, or they would like to go with the whole 9 yard. Fabrics incorporated into the designs, and all the blue sash is always a great way to wear blue.
For those of you looking for an unconventional and fun way to cover all of the traditions at once, bring them into your cocktail hour.
During cocktail hour, we only have 4 drinks. It's something old, which is beer. How old is beer? Very old. Something new could be their signature drink or something that the bride and groom love together. Something borrowed is maybe the bride's dad's favorite drink. Something blue, you can buy the blue curacao and pour it into anything. It's blue, it tastes good, people love it.
Something old, something new. something borrowed, something blue, have been part of weddings for centuries as a way to bring happiness and luck to the new bride. So if you're the superstitious sort, go ahead and use these traditions on your big day. After all, they must have stood the test of time for good reason. You can find lots of creative ideas for something old, new, borrowed and blue for your wedding on the planning pages of getmarried.com. And if you're looking to keep track of all your wedding details from the budget to the guest list, make sure you check out our planning tools.
When it comes to picking color for your centerpieces, it isn't a simple black or white decision, but it could be. Celebrity florist Mark Held, the creative floral designer behind the wedding of celebrities like Gwen Stefani and Ellen DeGeneres, showed us how to make a bold black and white centerpiece even more striking by adding a touch of color.
This is a centerpiece for the bride that wants something really different. You walk into a ballroom with these, people are going to be knocked out. It's very bold, very adventuresome, but it's also very, very beautiful. The use of the black is incredibly different. We've used very bold flowers, these great orchids, roses, a little traditional touch there, these wonderful leaves, these wonderful monstera tropical leaves, gorgeous blackberries, orchids trailing, again, several pieces. Makes for a very interesting centerpiece, lots to look at. The black votives are incredible, a little bit different. Wonderful orchids and blackberries in this really kind of cool container. And then all placed on a very, very bold linen. This is a knockout centerpiece. It's not for everybody, but it would be an incredible look for your wedding.
Find more centerpiece ideas from celeb florist Mark Held in the Ideas and Decor section of the planning pages on getmarried.com. Don't go away. There is much more to come here on Get Married. We'll get some tips for creating a chic look with lighting. And we've got a vibrant way to add some color to your ceremony aisle, and it isn't the decor. You don't want to miss this bright idea next.
Creating the atmosphere in a wedding is of vital importance. I've got a tip to help you create magical ambience for your own wedding. My book, Wedding Chic, is packed with thousands of ideas to help you design your wedding. Now, I'm a self-confessed ambience junkie, and one of the key factors in creating your ambience is lighting. Because most of the planning occurs during the day, it's understandable why lighting is often overlooked. But because most receptions occur in the evening, it does need to be considered very carefully. Of course, this doesn't mean flooding your reception with bright light, but rather manipulating the intensity of the light to highlight what you want your guests to focus on and hide what you don't. A great example is your centerpieces. Rather than spending a lot of money on the centerpiece, spend some of your floral budget on pin spotting the lighting, so this way you can make sure that they're well illuminated. Pin spotting is also a great way to add some drama to the cake table or the buffet. Another great idea is to add uplighting to showcase architectural details and columns. And remember, there's no such a thing as good fluorescent lighting, not even when you're in the dentist's chair having an oral examination. But do make sure that every light switch at your party is on a dimmer so that you can control the atmosphere. Another important aspect of lighting to remember is color. Choose skin-friendly tones like lavender and pink and soft red. They work really well with us and make us look young and more glamorous. Stay away from colors like blues and greens and bright yellows, which make you look ill and possibly even jaundiced. I always tell my bride, there's no such thing as too many candles. Nothing flatters the skin like candlelight, so use them everywhere at your wedding. Pillars, tapers and votives, they make us look like we've just come back from somewhere fabulous. It's the lighting that makes everything come alive. For more of my tips on having a fabulous wedding, check out the Colin Cowie pages on getmarried.com.
Your wedding is all about you and your personal style. So brides with colorful personalities, you can now reflect that in your wedding gowns. Designers are moving away from the traditional white and creating gowns with a splash of color. From barely there touches to eye-popping flourishes, color is adding a twist to traditional looks and modern styles, with designers testing their creativity way beyond the plain white gown.
I think you can't just make a wedding dress, a big old white dress. You have to think beyond the box a little bit.
I love sashes at the waist and accents. Not only are they a great way to add dashes of color to your gown, but can also tie together colors used elsewhere at your wedding.
Dream in color is a great way for the bride to accent her dress in a color of her choice. We've taken the bridal gown and really given the bride the opportunity to be part of the design process, where she can pick 55 colors and she can make the dress really her own vision by adding a sash or trim and then making her bridal party match or contrast whatever her dream may be.
For you bolder brides, subtle accents may not add enough of a punch. Fortunately, designers have you in mind, creating gowns in almost every color imaginable.
I believe that brides one day will be in color dresses, and I have been pushing it for quite a few years.
Vera Wang's fairy tale princess-inspired collection features gowns in pastel pink, taupe, smoke, and more.
Sort of Disney Magic Kingdom, but, extremely sophisticated.
The standout in the collection? A collapsed bow gown with sequin straps and a smoke-jeweled garland at the neckline.
Jewelry is something we're kind of becoming very known for in fashion, period. And I thought, why not bring it to bridal too? Bridal deserves, just as much embellishment.
Black may not seem like an obvious wedding accent color, but it's everywhere, and is a surefire hit for evening weddings, adding a touch of simple sophistication or an over-the-top statement. From red to black and every color in between, it seems the traditional white wedding gown is in for some serious competition. Find the perfect gown to fit your personality in the Gown Gallery on GetMarried.com. Don't go anywhere, there's more to come on Get Married. We'll show you how to add color to your wedding in new and exciting ways, from creating your atmosphere to reflecting your earth-friendly style. We've seen how to bring blue into your wedding and how to use color with black and white to make it pop. But these aren't the only ways modern brides are creating personalized looks. We've got some tips for bringing color into your wedding in bright and bold ways. At 5, use a napkin.
Cocktail napkins are just a great little extra thing that you can use to set your wedding aside from others. You can personalize them, or there are actually lots of napkins available with fun colors that might actually be very complementary to the style of your wedding.
At 4, color it up with your cover-up.
The fun thing with colors always has been, as a design aspect in linens and chairs and tables, is that you can kind of mix and match to make it your very own look. Because it's so hard to create a one-of-a-kind wedding anymore, because so much has already been done, that brides are embracing color as the way to make it their own.
Right at this moment, hot colors such as fuchsias and oranges are still very big. Another color really what's really big right now is coming is green. But not as moss green, but it's really bright emerald green is really the hottest colors.
At 3, create a fountain of color.
We do pale pinks, yellows, purples, lavenders, light colors, Tiffany blue. We love to do multiple fountains, just about anything that you can think of. The chocolate fountain colors we came up with, basically we wanted to kick fountains up to be able to match bridesmaids' gowns.
At 2, add your signature.
I love to have signature cocktails as guests enter a cocktail hour. When guests enter the cocktail hour, I like there to be some type of pre-poured cocktail, and colour's a big part of this, also presentation. Martini glasses look fabulous lined up in rows. Grapefruit martinis, lavender sangria is great if you have that Mexican feel for your wedding. There's a lot of fun drinks out there, and it's a good inspiration.
At 1, make color the center of attention.
Popular trends and centerpieces are lots of people are going to creating much more lush arrangements, and not necessarily do they match the color of the bouquets and the girls' bouquets anymore. Popular trends now are becoming more where the color's totally different when you get into a room. There are just a lot more hotter colors going on, a lot more vibrant color going into rooms now than the soft, pretty feel around rooms.
To find wonderful wedding professionals and venues where you live, visit the local resources pages of GetMarried.com.
White certainly isn't the only color for weddings anymore. Why not go green? Eco-friendly brides are getting creative, designing weddings that are both stylish and respectful of the environment. When you're choosing colors you want for your wedding, you can easily add green to the mix. More and more couples are opting to have a more eco-chic wedding, making choices for their special day that are environmentally friendly.
It's about a total lifestyle approach to your wedding and thinking about where your items are coming from, who they're impacting, how it impacts the world, as well as how does it impact you personally.
There are many ways to care for your environment as you plan every aspect of your wedding.
Environmentally conscious couples are really doing their part to help save the planet. They're using recycled paper for the invitations, the wedding program, the save the date cards, and they're working with caterers that serve organic food for the reception and also make organic wedding cakes. So from beginning to end, all of these details are going to have a very socially conscious mark on them.
From bouquets to centerpieces, flowers are a huge part of every wedding. But even when choosing something from nature, you can look for eco-friendly options. When it comes to table decor, there are some interesting alternatives to flowers.
Natural elements are a great way to decorate a table, just kind of adding a special touch, using seashells and again repeating the succulents. I love overly decadent arrangements that are then toned down with natural fibers like the jute and the seashells, and laying a few gardenias on the table. We have beautiful sea fans that have been imported, and those are all ways to kind of dress down something that is otherwise over-the-top glam.
Even seemingly small choices like picking your wedding favors can have an eco-conscious twist, but at the same time, a great chance to be creative.
Give them something that they're going to use and is going to be really a gift, or you can give them edible favors, chocolates, or a snack that they can eat on the way home.
You can even bring your creative green spirit into the cocktail hour.
Going green and thinking organic is a great trend in weddings right now, and you might not realize it, but this is also an idea you can bring into your bar. Incorporating organic juices is a great idea for your signature drinks. It's really easy to create an organic drink. You can buy some fruit from your local farmer's market and puree the fruit yourself, and that's probably one of the easiest ways, and there's a lot of organic juices available right now because it's really popular. The great thing about using organic juices is that it's going to be more flavorful, you're going to be using fresh ingredients, you're going to be supporting your local growers. It's just going to be a healthy option for your guests that they can really enjoy.
Couples who decide on destination weddings have special options to offset the environmental impact of their air travel.
There are some really interesting groups like the Carbon Fund, where you can do what's called a carbon offset. So you can calculate what's the environmental impact of my wedding, what is it going to do to the environment to have all these people coming to my event, and then make a donation towards sustainable energy work.
And having an eco-friendly wedding doesn't mean that you have to sacrifice when it comes to sophistication, particularly when it comes to your walk down the aisle. Even though designers aren't using the words eco-friendly or green to describe the creations, 100% natural fibers are being used more frequently in collections like Adele Wexler's Eco Couture and Chris Cole's Cotton Bride. There's no doubt an eco-friendly wedding can be sophisticated, but if you think going green means shelling out more green, think again. Just make it simple.
It doesn't have to cost more. It's not about adding a layer of complexity to the process. I spent $10,000 less than the budget was for my wedding because of the choices that I made, because I simplified, and in my mind I was being eco-chic.
Now the bottom line is, every bit helps. Small gestures can make a big difference.
I think we're getting to the point where it does matter what we do. We are responsible for how we affect other people and the world at large.
Get more great tips for planning a green wedding on the planning pages of getmarried.com. Don't go away, there's more to come when we come back on Get Married.
What's hot right now for weddings? Adding a splash of color to your wedding accessories. Whether it's a chocolate treat, chic favor, or bold centerpiece, color can add that individual touch to make your wedding truly come alive. Pick a color to wrap these delectable heart-shaped chocolates that are sure to satisfy any sweet tooth. Great as an after-dinner treat for your guests, these delicious chocolate hearts not only come in a variety of colors, but rich chocolate flavors as well. Use these party purse favor kits to hold any small treasure you have. Perfect for bridal showers and weddings, the pretty purse favor kits come in a variety of shades. Seal your kits in style with a matching pre-cut satin ribbon, or pick your own color to tie on top. A bloom box will definitely make those wedding day flowers pop. The bloom box comes in 15 different vivid colors, all with a coated finish. It's a simple and stylish way to add a bit of elegance to your reception tables. Whatever color you choose, these items bring your vibrant personality to your big day. You can find all these colorful items and more for your wedding in the What's Hot and shopping pages of getmarried.com. Are you bringing color into your wedding day in fun new ways? Share what you're doing with brides just like you on Get Married's Blogger Brides.
Get Married's Blogger Brides is the online community that connects you with other brides and our team of acclaimed star bloggers. Make friends, chat, follow my blog, and get some great ideas all on Get Married's Blogger Brides. I'm Colin Cowie. We'll see you next time.